Y'all ready for one of the best games ever fucking made? I'm entirely serious, by the way. Also, I'm going on hard. I've beaten this game like 50 times. I don't need tutorials. I do need skills, but I don't need tutorials. I do have a skill issue. Yes.
It's the lightning bolt.
Just doing our job, Mr. Prime Minister.
Actually, I'm not that well adjusted to Metal Gear lore, so like...
Opportunists.
Is Lightning Bolt actually Raiden's fucking legal name, or is that an alias? Like, he's called 3 different things in this game. He's called Raiden, Jack, and Mr. Lightning Bolt. Which one of those is like actually his legal name? I assume that at least one of them is not on his fucking like passport or whatever. He's coming.
This is official state business.
The thickest cyborg alive. Come on. Show me that caked up samurai. Yes. That ass shot is so unnecessary, but I'm so glad they have it in it. It's just fun. This game is fun. They're just having fun. God, I wish he'd do that to me. It's like, no matter how many times I replay this game, every time I boot it up, I just have the biggest fucking smile on my face. I love this whole game. That's it. That's a smile. That's the exact face I make when I'm about to start a new game. So like, did Raiden have to put in a request to make it so lightning shoots out of the sword when he's unsheathing it? I like to think that's why it does that. I don't see a practical purpose. I like to imagine that it's genuinely just like, Raiden is such an itchy bitch that he requested it specifically. Just cut him into pieces. This is the main mechanic of the game, baby. Just slice and dice as much as you want. This guy will not be recognizable in an autopsy. Even his blood will all be dismantled. I think he's dead. Like, most games, your sword is basically like... It's basically a bat that deals slashing damage. But in Metal Gear Rising, your sword is actually a sword. And you get to use it like one. I will just specifically disarm you. Oh wait, that was not as precise as I wanted it to be. That was an imprecise cut. I'm never making it as a surgeon. Oh, there he is. There it is. Come out, Metal Gear! Yes! Oh. Is there a lore reason why Metal Gear's raw? Or is that just like it's cool thing? And Metal Gear will now proceed to just stand there for a couple of moments, like, at least until Sundowner here is done doing his business.
So you're Jack.
Yes.
What do you want with the
jacking
Prime Minister?
off?
I want him dead.
Close up and like how animated his mouth was saying that. Oh, it's so good.
Use flame bolt to damage its armor.
Yes! Cut it up! Feels like a lot of people don't seem to actually realize that you can like parry Metal Gear's attacks and then like you just get to cut it up. But hey, I'm not there to judge, I'm just here to chop. I took off your socks, Metal Gear. I took off your socks. Honestly, Metal Gear Rising has the best, like, dismemberment mechanics in any video game, but I love any game that has, like, any mechanics where you can take apart enemies over time. Because it just... Well, it's really cool to do, but also it just looks really fucking funny at times. Oh yeah, lift it and throw it. Because like, just when you're just gradually taking away every single like weapon attack option limb that your enemies have, just they gradually look more and more pathetic, and it feels really satisfying.
Do not rest easy just yet, huh?
Sometimes in these kinds of games, I do just chop off the enemy's legs to watch them crawl towards me. And it's back. Metal Gear is back, man. Round 2, fucko. You still got another arm. I'm taking that one too. Alright. You don't get to have a jawline anymore, Metal Gear. And it's down. It's going down. Hit me with the rules of nature. Boom. And they run when the sun comes out, with their lives on the line, alive, but on the run, no choice. Gotta follow the laws of the wild. The only truth is that gravity is a lie. It's so ridiculous. I fucking love this game. And cutting it out. Do the thing, Raiden, you itchy son of a bitch. Yeah! Oh. Head break turn! Literally! Give war a chance!
My sword is a tool of justice.
Honest line. And you just tell how upset Sam is at that line. He recognizes so much of himself in Raiden. Yes, I'm fine. I can still win this. It's just a flesh wound. Launch his ass. He's a fucking missile. I love him. We need more like protagonists in video games who are just dorks wanting to be itchy. Little known fact about Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. The cat is the most powerful creature in the game. You cannot, under any circumstances, hit the cat. It'll just keep walking. Eventually it goes into the ocean, disappears, and then respawns. The eternal cycle of cat.
Bastards are using stealth camo to ambush you.
But it's not a very good ambush if you're showing up right in front of me. Disengage your ammo after the first attack, buddy. And now I can do this. Eat their spines. So that's like how the combat works now. Is that I attack enemies, I try to get blade mode activated, and then I cut them to take their spine and eat it.
That CNT muscle fiber packs the power of a jackhammer into every limb.
What enterprising soldier of fortune could resist?
So question, is a dick a limb?
Raiden, this is Boris. Give me your status.
Status is horny.
Clear.
Greetings, cyborg.
Show yourself.
It never occurred to me before that Blade Wolf was probably like talking to Raiden there to just get Raiden to reveal his position more by speaking. That feels very in character for Blade Wolf. Oh, and here he is. The good boy. Well, Wolf, you coming back down? Coming back down to play ball?
Superficial damage.
Superficial damage, buddy. You're less than half HP. You know, I'm super glad out of all things in video games that like a boss constantly spawning enemies is not as common anymore. Because I feel like that was a very common thing in this era. And it's like, it's not that bad here. But some bosses, it would just be like, you had to fight like 5 of 6 hordes of normal weak enemies in order to just beat the boss normally, and the boss itself barely did anything. Alright. You're done, Wolf. But just because I like you. So, like, somehow that's still salvageable. Somehow they do repair him.
Raiden, what's happening? Your heart rate spiked.
And slam, 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 and you get cut. And I get your spine. That is the deal. When you become a cyborg, you have to sign a contract saying that your spine belongs to anyone who kills you. Another part of the contract you sign when you become a cyborg is that you have to like and subscribe. How did his legs just teleported? His legs teleported. What the hell?
The refinery's not connected to the city at all?
No, it was only built 2 years ago. There should be a narrow path around there that leads to the plant.
The refinery is not connected to the city at all. No, it was only built 2 years ago. I don't think I've ever thought about that line before, but wouldn't a newer refinery be connected to the city just because they have to, like, you know, transport materials to build it? What the hell? I think a big part of why games like Metal Gear Rising appeal so much to me is just because of, like, it's very sincere without feeling the need to tone itself down either. Like, usually, especially with newer stuff, there's a lot of stuff in, like, games and movies where, like, either it's something super grounded or it's going to become very insincere about it. It often feels like the writers are insecure and are worried that, like, people won't be able to take their ideas at face value, so they have to put up this, like, shield of sarcasm. Metal Gear Rising is super ridiculous. It's super over the top, and it's also just super sincere about everything. It knows what it is. It doesn't really. It's not like Metal Gear Rising thinks it's more serious than this. It knows how bizarre and ridiculous and wild it is. It just does its thing regardless. It has a story to tell, and it tells that story without ever making fun of itself. That's the same reason why I love the Yakuza games so much. They tell a story. They have a story they want to tell, and they just tell it. They're not worried about seeming like dumb or anything. In fact, if anything, they embrace it. They embrace the fact that they are making something really fucking ridiculous. That most people are probably just going to say, like, what? When they see. But the end result just becomes a lot more engaging. You can be as over the top as you want. You can have the, like, ridiculous ideas, and you can still just be fully sincere about it, and it will be great.
I can show you a better time than that crusty old bear.
I mean, probably, but that's not a big ask. Now, if you could show me a better time than like Sam or someone like that, that would be another thing. But Mistral, you kind of suck.
A natural born killer, even as a child.
That was a long time ago.
I was
talking about his childhood, and he just responds, "That was a long time ago."
Civil war in the 90s. So
I imagine that if you met Raiden on the street and you were like, "Oh hey Raiden, we went to grade school together," he would just look at you and go like, "That was a long time ago. I am not that person anymore." Mistral is so funny because in literally any other video game, she would be the one everyone was thirsting over.
What are yours?
There is no thirst for her in this game. It's all about Raiden and Sam. I tend to ignore high heels in video game character designs because that's just character designs in video games. That's just how it is at this point. But in this specific environment, I just can't. I can't help but imagine her doing like her intimidating speech, and then she just takes a wrong step, and her heel like slips between in the bars on a grate. All right, now cut this, and then keep cutting her. Boom! You're not getting rest, Mistral. My way of playing this game is to be relentlessly aggressive. Oh fuck. There we go. And kick her! Yes! Oh. I absolutely adore any boss fight in a video game where, like, the phases transition by moving to different areas. Normal phase transitions where it's just the boss, like, does a yell and then they pull out a new weapon or something. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine, but if the phase transition is the character is moving from place to place in the map and, like, the fight just naturally and organically moves there because they're fighting so intensely. Give me more of that shit. Also, this is, like, actually kind of an interesting set piece, because I think this is the only time in the entire game that, like, that fight is happening on what is essentially 2 dimensions. Like, yeah, the game is still technically 3D, but you can't really move to the side at all. So it's really just a fight happening in 2 dimensions. Oh, yes. Phase transition. Come on, let the beat drop. I finally found what I was looking for. A person I can be forevermore. Because I am a stranger who has found an even stranger war. I finally found what I was looking for. As I said at the start, I may have beaten this game several times, but I still have skill issues. I have beaten this game on very hard, and somehow I still managed to struggle this much at hard. Oh yeah, it definitely is. Game over. No more cold wind of France.
It is no plan for outcasts. It is their prison. But now, they will be free!